Hello. Let's consider what love is. Love is loving and being loved. Loving is making the one you love pleased, not asking for anything in return, and making yourself pleased. To begin with, let's consider each word in the description of loving. First, pleased. What makes someone pleased varies according to each person's values. If you impose your values on the other person, that is not loving. Next, 1. You can't know what the other person wants just by imagining it yourself. You can understand their wishes by inquiring directly from them. In return. If you ask for anything in return, it is not loving. If you ask the other person to do anything or to think in a certain way, that is also asking for something in return. Asking. It is natural to wish that the other person loves you. However, if you demand it from the other person, that is asking for something in return. Pleased. You can find pleasure in loving itself, even without asking for anything in return. Rather, if you ask for anything in return, thinking about the size of the return becomes a source of suffering. Yourself. You can know their wishes by inquiring directly. Loving itself is a pleasure, even without asking for anything in return. You can find the pleasure of loving just by your own way of being. Loving is making the one you love pleased, not asking for anything in return, and making yourself pleased. Being loved is not a reward for loving. People who ask for anything in return are not loved. Being loved is loving each other without asking for anything in return. Love is loving and being loved. Loving is making the one you love pleased, not asking for anything in return, and making yourself pleased.